Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, and we are here in, what's the name of that? Iowa Plains View or something like that. It's a map I haven't been on in quite some time, but this video is going to be a little bit different. I kind of want to go over basically what I tend to do when I first get into a new map. The reason behind a little bit different video today is because I'm having some issues getting my mods loaded in. So this is, aside from the map and DLCs, well, I think I have the DLCs activated. Maybe I don't. No, actually, I know I do. I have 0 mods running, like I said, aside from the map. So, I mean, if we, let's see here. Yeah. Some mods and DLCs. The only thing I have is the Iowa Plains. Yep. I had the name right. Iowa Plains View map. Just so we're clear on that. But yeah, I ended up having to move my mod folder from my C drive to my gaming drive simply because my 1 terabyte C drive was running out of space between my mods for American Truck Sim and for this game, as well as whatever other games I have save files on. Yeah, and I have a lot of mods for this game as well as ATS. We'll put it that way. And somewhere along the line, piece of candy. $50,000, all right. I forgot about that. I lost my train of thought on that. But yeah, so something happened to where I have a mod conflict, I believe. So something just isn't right. But I'm still wanting to get a farming video out for you. So, like I said, we're gonna do something a little bit different. Just kind of go how I tend to start my videos off, versus, new maps. I'll put it that way. How I start new maps, and what I tend to do. So obviously, when I first get into a map, I want to see, and this is when I do new farming, new farming mode or whatever it is. The very first one where you get land and whatnot. I'll take a look at what I start off with, and then next thing I do, because I don't really care too much about the crop, so much as where we stand on growth. So field 10 is ready to harvest. Field 7 looks like it's not going to be too far behind. And I'm assuming that's grass. Which 11 is grass. So, yeah. Looks like we'll be able to do whatever with that. Oh, that's ready to harvest too. Or at least mow and bale. So what do we have on the other 2 fields here? Field 7 is corn. Field 10 is wheat. Okay. So what I will tend to do at that point is usually tab to a vehicle and realize I forgot to do one other thing. So we are going to come down here to game settings. And there's a couple things that I will do here. Depending on the map, I'll leave traffic on for a lot of them. The only time I turn it off is if I'm been playing for a while and the traffic's just irritating me. Basically getting in my way. Economic difficulty, or the economy. It varies between how I'm kind of thinking I want to play. And this is whether or not I'm kind of cheating money type of deal. Here lately, I've been trying not to do that. Not just for you guys, but for my own benefit, so I can enjoy the game a little bit more. And like I mentioned before, all these should be vanilla farm sim, so you shouldn't see anything different in any of these that you won't see in yours unless you have mods running. But a lot of times I will usually have the days per month set between 3 and 5 days. And that's just a nice happy medium for me. For no reason other than, it gives me a little bit of time to deal with other things other than, well, I just planted. Oh, it's already time to harvest. So makes things a little bit more difficult, say in wintertime, because I do run snow and I do like the snow plow. I do like to mow lawns and, you know, mow the ditches and things like that. So having it between 3 and 5 days, somewhere in there, is, for me, allows me to get my mindset towards other things, especially when I'm trying to make videos for you guys. Crop destruction, a lot of times I'll try to keep it on, but I think inevitably they usually get turned off. I do like the periodic plowing requirement. It's just something that I don't mind doing. Fieldstone, they've been getting really aggravating, so I just don't deal with that. And weeds really aren't that bad once you get the hang of how to properly maintain your fields. That makes sense. And then basically what we experienced when we got into the truck is turning the automatic engine start off and stop and go braking off. I don't really care too much about the trailer fill limit. I like my trailers to be able to be filled to 100% max and not just to their full weight capacity. Simply because I don't think I have any mods that accurately represent weight. I don't think I do. I'm thinking, but I don't think I do. A lot of times for fuel, I'll turn that off. Seeds off, fertilizer off. But slurry manure, if we can set it to get it from, you know, like a pigsty or a manure heap, that's what I prefer. It's been a while since I've actually ran slurry or manure, so yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have my mod in for adjusting contracts, but a lot of times I'll try to set the contract amount that I can take to unlimited, so that way I can, you know, for example, I can come in here, accept all of the harvesting contracts or all the fertilizing contracts and get them all knocked out, and then go collect them, and then do the same thing for either harvesting again or for something else. So that, for me, that just kind of helps me keep a nice frame of mind. But at the same time, still being able to, well, like I said before, with the 3 to 5 day window for a month, it allows me to do a lot of that stuff to earn the money. So that way I don't have to cheat in money. Makes sense? Sweet. I mean, unfortunately, I do cheat in other things. But I can't show you right now because we don't have any mods installed. So these are all the mods that we have, or not mods, all the vehicles that we currently have. So the next step that I tend to do, we're going to turn that off, is any equipment that I'm not a big fan of. In case you guys aren't aware, I love John Deere, so I love the fact that we do start off with 2 John Deere tractors on this map. However, I don't think, yeah, 2 John Deere tractors, and by the way, the horse Iron Man-esque suit, because why not? And I'm wearing a John Deere hat. What I tend to do is I will go through and I'll start to sell the pieces of equipment that I may not use outright. You know, like the lawn cutting equipment, tedder, windrower, baler, bale collector. I may do one quick cut of, say, that grass field. Yeah, down there. I had to think of where I was at on the map. Down on that end of this building. Sell it, and then sell the equipment. Because initially, I may or may not be ready to deal with that just yet. Nothing in there. So that's kind of what I tend to do. But almost always I will get the harvester going on whatever field is ready to be harvested. So that way we can initially get that money rolling in. Hi, train. Don't know if you heard that train running through, but yeah. Sorry, my mind is a couple different ways today because I'm a little bit more than frustrated with my mod issue right now. Is that what I think it is? Another piece of candy. 18 more to go. And I love it when map mod creators do things like that. I'm just trying to get around so that I can get this picked up. Because we're going to go over and start getting this field harvested. And it doesn't matter what map I'm on, where I'm at, if I have a silo system or not. Usually, for the first year or two, most, if not all, of the harvest that we do will go straight to market. Just so we can try to get the money rolling in the right direction, that is. Unfortunately, I don't have my course play in because of it being a mod, and I haven't gone through and added anything. So this is probably going to be a very simple helper doing this. Nothing too fancy. Come on, get off that trailer. You're still on the trailer. Get off the trailer. Really? Alright. Uh-oh. I'm getting myself in a little bit of a pickle here. Here we go. Ah! Oh, don't beep at me. We're trying to get over here to our field to do some harvesting, man. Oh, that's a telephone line. And that's the ditch I'm going into. Alright. You can wait. We're going to disable straw swath. We're just going to hire a helper. There we go. Just want to make sure that we did have the straw swath turned off. Yeah, we'll get this tractor. Unfortunately, because we have such a small trailer at the moment, I probably will end up stocking most of this into our own elevator system. Into our own silos. Yeah, that's the right word. And then when we get a bigger trailer, we will go from there and deal with it as necessary. We're just going to come out here and just drive straight onto the field. Downside is we're going to have to actually follow the worker. And in this case, I am going to have to turn off crop destruction. Because with the way as long as these fields are, or at least this field, we're going to probably end up having to unload from the other side. I just love the fact that the traffic feels the need to slow down. Oh, he's doing alright. Not a big fan of the yellow, or the yellow and green. The red and green, you know, but at the same time, I find it hilarious at the same time, so, yeah. This map may or may not make it to the channel very often. The last time I was playing on this, I was just doing it for fun, testing out different mods, things like that. Just seeing how I can figure out my own way to play. So I'm also always looking at different map mods to see what we can or cannot do in terms of what makes sense if I decide to get Paul back into Farming Sim, because I think that would be fun to do. We've done that in the past off camera, and I know he just hasn't really gotten into it, so I may end up giving him a copy of my mod folder and going from there. The only reason is because none of my mods that I own, or well, I might as well say that I own them because they're on my computer, but none of them are payware. So I don't feel bad for sharing them with him, and not to mention I'm not making a buck off of them, off of doing that. Just trying to make it easier for me and him to possibly do some multiplayer stuff in here. So that is always what I'm looking for. Wow, not even halfway full. All right. So yeah, usually because I have more realistic trucks, this would be like the first one to go. Just because, as much as I like Lizard, I like having a farm truck or farm vehicle that I can have in real life. So we're just going to take a little spin around the county. I mean, for a decent, this is, in my opinion, a decent sized map for a single player. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. I haven't actually gotten a chance too much, for as much as I've been on this this particular map, I haven't really taken much time to actually scope out other areas. You know, kind of like this. Little homestead here. Looks like a little farm or a little barnyard type of deal. That'd actually be great if you don't mind building your farm, which I may do something like that and do a video next time I decide I'm going to rebuild a farm. Like I think I mentioned that basically I have deleted all my save files. So anything that you guys may have seen in the past, I no longer have, and part of that is because I was getting so frustrated with my mod situation and nothing was loading right. I just said screw it, deleted everything, and just kind of walked away. And I just didn't really care or want to be bothered about undeleting them and things like that. Simply because half of them I don't even remember what I was doing because they weren't even part of the channel, or they were only a one-time thing. Wait, I got up here? Oh, that road does come all the way up here. Wow. I was not expecting that. So, what I'm referring to is we just drove, if I can get this pulled up, from up here at the farm. We drove this road straight down, kind of came around here, checked this place out, and then drove this road all the way up here. So we're right here. That's where the shop is. That's why I'm like, wait, this looks familiar. So now I'm just going to take a left and come back down all the way down through here and make our way back up. So like I said, this is a decent size. Oh, there's lights here. That with the stop sign. What? Really? Don't need to put lights that close to each other. And honestly, there are a couple different stoplights that I've seen that I think actually function. I know there's the one construction that I think is on the mod hub that works right and stops the traffic, but I think it's a little wonky with the way it works. I haven't tried it out yet, but it'd be nice to see if map makers could do something like that to where it actually will stop. I think Upper Valley River or Upper Mississippi River Valley UMRV map, I think the stoplights work. I could be wrong though. They definitely stop you when you're driving. I know that for certain. Uh-oh. AI has a full grain tank. We're on the way back. I don't want to ditch my truck down here. It's a shady area. See, there are a lot of trees. They're on the right. So I wasn't wrong. Yeah, I know. Bad joke. But yeah, I think we'll just make our way back up to the farm and continue working on the harvest. But in the meantime, guys, we're just gonna call the video there. It's a short, relatively sweet video. I apologize, there's not too much in terms of farming, but just figured I'd give you guys a little idea of what I do when I start a new map. Maybe you guys might get some ideas on settings and whatnot for your own farm. So, and like I said, one of my next videos may be rebuilding a farm, or me building my own farm, because there's a few maps I think I might get back into and actually show you my way of building a farm, which may not always be the most ideal because I've never been a farmer, but I just kind of plot things together and go from there. So that may be an entertaining video. So like I said, we're just gonna call a video there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just select you here and there. If you're already subscribed, guys, I thank you and I greatly appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed but you made it this far, shame on you. Kidding. So with all that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.